Hello and welcome to a City Voices interview with Reverend Dr. Phillip Fleming and peer specialist. Welcome, Phillip.
Great to be here.
This is also a series of videos called Real People, Real Stories. And the first question for you, Phillip, and you have 15 minutes to come up with your answer. Is just tell, oh, is there some like static happening right now? Is that on my end or your end?
It's no one on my end.
Oh, okay. I heard some static. Let me just exit out of something, maybe. Okay, hopefully that did the trick. Okay, so please, for the next 15 minutes, tell us your story from the beginning to the present.
All right, so I was born in Birmingham, Alabama in April of 1974 to two parents, loving parents. I have three brothers and one sister. Graduated with honors from high school, 1992. I've also lived in Berea, Kentucky, where my first college experience from 92 to 95. And I moved to Columbus, Ohio, where I attended Columbus State Community College and Ohio State University. I am a college graduate 3 times over. Yay. I moved to New York in October 2008 because things weren't going too well my last 2 years in Columbus. I'm very athletic, or I used to be, until all these knee injuries started to occur. I'm a 2-time marathon runner. I ran the Columbus Marathon in 2003 and 2005. I used to be a college radio DJ at Ohio State University from 2003 to 2006. I currently work at Baltic Street with the Wellness Collaborative in New York's Regional Peer Network, representing New York City within RPN. I'm also a member, a peer specialist, board member, and council member at Fountain House. So I wear many hats there. I've been certified for a little over 2 years as a recovery peer advocate and peer specialist. I love my work. And I'm just grateful to be in this new place in my life after my 5-year relationship. 4 of them I was married, and then in total and utter disaster. I'm just lucky to be alive and free from diet entanglement, and thankfully I didn't have to start completely over with my life. I still have my job, which I've been going to since it's mess my ex-partner started. So I have to credit God for just giving me the courage, the strength and the tools to continue on, even though there was like hell all around me. And I feel like I'm in a really in a good place right now. I think I mentioned, but I love sports. I can't tell you how much I love sports on TV, but also in person. I went to a couple of Ohio State football games when I was an undergrad. I played on the Ohio State University's racquetball team from 1999 to 2001, where I was in the top 20 in my division, which is the collegiate division. I used to bike ride a lot. I used to be a runner. Frisbee football and skating. I love skating probably way too much, even though I'm not very good at it. I still love it anyway. And I got about a new skateboard like 2 weeks ago. and I hope to get back on it soon. As soon as my knee heals. I know people think I'm crazy. Like you just got a knee injury. Like why you want to get back on a bike or skateboard? I don't know. Crazy. I guess. Um, once you love something that much, I think it's hard to kind of just like throw in the towel. So yeah, I'm going to get back on the skateboard in the near future. I'm going to get back on my bike. I'm just going to chill because those are two things in my, my wellness toolbox, especially music. Like, I have a bag. Imagine you have a bag and you put some things in there that can help you cope with, stress or, of negative energy or anything like that. And so I have, bike riding, I have music, I have skateboarding, I have my writing, in that bag, and I carry it with me everywhere I go. It kind of helps me get through the week. Uh, oh yes, I am an ordained minister, and I'm in residence at Victory Church in the Bronx under the mentorship of Pastor Jay Gooding Jr. And I would say when we first met in June, it was definitely not a coincidence, that we met because I've been searching for a church for a very, very long time. And I've been from church to church where they just basically treat me like a leper because of the way I dress. My, I have my tattoos, like a lot of church folks are like turned off to those things. So it was very difficult for many, many years to find my niche in the church. Um, Now I feel like I'm at a church where, I'm fully loved, and accepted, but also, challenged, too. There's nothing like a good challenge, to get the brain and the body going. I've always been that way ever since I was a kid. I figure if I'm not challenged, I'm I won't do it because it's not worth it. I think that's pretty much it.
Um, can you tell us more about your family and your journey with sexuality?
Well, growing up in the South, and in a person of color household, a fairly religious household, it was pretty much taboo to even think or say the word gay, at home. It was really, really difficult. Like I had to hide it, from my classmates, in high school, middle school, my family especially, because my dad used to tease me as a child. He had his way of saying, you like girls, right? You're not funny, or you're just ridiculous things like that. And I sort of kind of lied to him, and it felt uncomfortable, lying about my sexuality. But I did it to, protect myself. Um, I'm a sexual assault survivor. Uh, as a child, um, I was molested several times by my older brother between ages of 7 and 11, and it took me a very, very, very long time to come to grips with that, to heal from that. And it did have an impact on my life as I became a teenager and a young adult. So I decided the best thing for me to do was to leave my hometown, after graduation to, I figured that was the only way that I could truly be myself and, as the gay man that I am. But even then, it kind of took 19, 7 years for me to fully come out of the closet. Because the first school I went to, it was Berea College in Kentucky. At that time, they were like a Christian institution, so you know it was really taboo to say that you're gay and engage in same-sex activities. So um, so I moved to Columbus, Ohio, and learned that Columbus is one of the most friendliest gay cities in the Midwest. So I think it was cool. It's a cool place to like kind of come out, but the coming out was kind of weird. The first people I told was my parents, and they practically didn't speak to me for 3 years, which turns out I was okay with. I got tired of hiding in the closet, switching to pronouns. When I talk about someone that I have sex with, someone that I'm attracted to. So I'm so relieved that I was able to like not say those things and just be true to myself. Um, you know, so I definitely feel very comfortable in my skin, you know, far as my sexual orientation is concerned. Of course, when I moved to New York, I kind of got myself caught up with Crystal because that's a huge thing in the gay community, especially among gay men, because it heightens sexual arousal, if I can say that. And I used to be a huge introvert, so someone suggested I try Crystal in 2010. It loosened me up, made me be the life of the party. Yeah, I was the life of the party, all right. And I had my fun until the high wore off. And would sleep for 24 hours after being up for 2 to 3. So, you know, 5 years of that, and I woke up one morning and said to myself, I can't do this anymore. You know, I don't even know how many times I OD'd, on crystal. Yeah, it was a lot. Um, and not one time I recall even going to the hospital to have my stomach pumped or anything. So the fact that I'm still alive after all of that is nothing short of a miracle. But it doesn't mean that I didn't get myself into other problems too. I think that I can be too trusting of other people at times, and that can open the door to a lot of struggles, problems. So I just want everybody to know that I'm still a work in progress. I am not perfect. I made my share of mistakes, but I'm a good person. Very friendly, approachable. You know, I like to hang out, but also very serious about my responsibilities. You know, with my work. Keeping my home clean. Keeping myself clean. Things like that. So I take my responsibility seriously, but I also like to have my hobbies. I'm a collector of rare nerdy things. I have my favorite TV shows, and movies. I go to football games and concerts and movies and dining out every once in a while. So I balance. Balance is the key, and I've been probably learning that for as long as I've been alive. So for me, it's
Oh, you're muted.
you work at Fountain. I have to call it back later.
Oh,
Sorry.
somebody called. Okay.
Yeah, that was a call coming through.
So let me ask you, if you searched your heart, is there a place of forgiveness for your older brother who molested you? And what's your relationship like with him now?
Um, there really hasn't been much of a, relationship with my older brother because of distance. But I am planning on, you know, traveling down south to Birmingham to visit a family. Unfortunately, my father died of COVID-related issues uh, in June of this year. So, um, my mom is kind of struggling a little bit, so I just want to, you know, go down there and see her. And I think it's going to be like a kind of a time for healing and reconciliation.
Do you forgive your brother?
Um, I forgive him.
I'm just curious, how many years older is he from you?
Uh, 3.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
I mean, so he was just a kid himself.
yeah. All right. I, you know, in the queer community, being being honest, open, and proud about one's sexuality has done a great service for the gay rights movement, where people are sharing their stories, and the media is sharing stories, and people just in everyday life are just open and proud to be who they are. What do you think the mental health community can learn from that?
Um, Gosh, I mean, um, be true to yourself. Don't be someone that you're not. Because that can pose, levels of trauma, um, distress. And I know for myself, trying to be someone else or trying to hide who I really am is exhausting. You know, and I don't feel good trying to be someone else. So to just be my authentic self, but also be willing to be open-minded, without compromising my own principles and values. So I think you can do both, be open-minded and you know have your own set of values and beliefs.
If you were at a some kind of gathering, let's say it's at a club or a restaurant, and you were talking to a stranger, and you clicked with this stranger and you had like a deep conversation, would you at some point disclose your sexual identity and or your mental health identity to this person who you seem to be getting along with?
I don't know. I think that will depends. It might take a few months, um, because I want him or her to gain my trust, and I want to gain theirs, you know, before revealing it, things like that. And also depends upon how we flow, during while we get to know each other. So it's not that, unfortunately, it's not that cut and dry.
How important is it for your close friends to know about these identities?
Oh, my close friends, yeah. I mean, um, very important because it's a part of who I am. It's my expression. So I definitely want my close friends to know, and they do.
All right. So as we close out of this little interview, I ask that you search your heart, and after searching, if there's something that bubbles up that you want to share with our viewers, now is the time.
Um, never stop learning.
Uh-oh, you're muted again. So
Uh,
never stop learning.
Never stop learning. It's never too late to go back to school. Be your best self, and there's support out there for you. Don't be afraid to say, uh, I'm not okay. I need help. Those are not dirty words. Um, and keep pushing, keep moving, even though you know things are not going well. There's a hand. I believe there's a hand out there ready to support you and walk with you. But it's going to take, I believe, that little extra leap of faith, that little step. That's all it takes. And someone will grab your hand and walk with you, um, you know, in the struggle, and they're gonna look up.